Hey everybody, I'm Just Q, and I'm back with some more Seven Knights Rebirth. Today we will be going over the dev notes, but first I just wanted to do a quick little opening because I noticed that I was looking into my inventory, I forgot to kind of go over it, but there will be chapters down below if you want to go just straight to the section where we talk about dev notes. So let's go ahead and hop in here to our consumables, and these are the cards. I mean, I already expect to get too much of anything good, but hey, I'm hoping I get some copies of something for just leveling up my rare heroes. Stutter, sorry. So let's go ahead and open these up. No reason to do them singly because just kind of is what it is. Caddy, okay, cool. Yes, I need another copy of Yui. Cool. And I always need more Evan. So that's my first copy of her. Who are you again? Oh, Sarah. Okay. And of course, I love my Ray. I don't know. How are you guys feeling about Ray? I hear a lot of people are just kind of gave up their Ray, but I personally really like Ray. And then I really love her for, obviously freeze damage. So that was actually not that bad. Not that bad. This might just be food, honestly. These are very low probabilities. Called it. But it's fine. I'm doing some rupee farming in the background. So, and then here goes these three. Ooh, okay, so we got Ariel, I want to say this is. I don't know who you are. Yuri, okay. And then Lucy. Which I think I got a lot of copies of Lucy at one point, but so I think that might be one copy. I don't think I have anything to really do anything with. Plus I gotta level up those. It'll start doing its own thing here in a minute when we look at the transcend thing. So I don't know why my button's off. So yeah, see, like from my Lucy, okay, there's one battling. So that's just the one battling. So I do have two to take her up to 4. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Ray. Got the one copy of Ray. So Ray should be fine. My Evan should be fine. I sometimes get confused between my free-to-play, which is this account that I'm on right now, and then my main account. Sometimes I get confused where which account is for each person, because obviously I'm playing 2 different accounts. So sometimes it gets to be a little bit confusing. I'm trying to remember my my transcendences, but most of these should be able to go up. I got an extra 2 copies of Quran. Okay, I guess I'll come in here and do some transcendences later. I think I forgot to do it after my summoning session, but let's go ahead and hop straight on into the dev notes. Alright, so here we are at the 10.2 update. So we have new heroes coming, an update, 2 new heroes coming. So let's go ahead and see what we got. So for the first hero, we have Kagura, the decisive blow that changes the battlefield. Now, I did go over this so I could just kind of skim through it instead of reading everything for you, but I will kind of let it sit on the screen just in case you want to pause the video. But I don't want it to be overtly long for no reason. But I have heard that Kagura is essentially something that's for PvP. That's why we see everything right here in terms of, it says Kagura is an attack type hero and is prepared to revitalize the potential of physical attack type heroes who are currently feeling overshadowed in arena. So this basically going to be a PvP person. So we'll have to look forward to that. And then Amelia is someone who's going to be basically for Guild War content. As you can see right here, it's all throughout the whole entire description here. I'm not really sure. Did they say she can go anywhere else? Because like I said, I skimmed through this so that way we won't have to read every single thing. But if you want to read every single thing, I will make sure to put the full link to the dev notes down below so you can click on it, read it, go through it, absorb it, have your fun with it. But I don't want to rant and rave over everything unless you really like hearing the sound of my voice. But you'll be able to acquire Amelia from Fusion, Wish Summon, or exchange pendants of Glory Guild War currency, not from Raid Up Summon. So this character has a very unique way of being able to be obtained instead of a Raid Up Summon. So, ooh, that's didn't see clicking on random pictures. My bad. Clicked on the picture and something pop up. So picture. So, but But yeah, I don't think they even mentioned really. So I'm assuming Kagura is going to be on Raid Up because like I said, I mean, there's the design, there's everything, but it didn't really mention anything about obtaining Kagura from anything similar or just Raid Up. So I'm assuming it's going to be Raid Up for Kagura. And then, of course, like I said, from Fusion, Wish, Summon, or by exchanging Pendants of Glory for Guild War. So there we go. And then it says here, moving forward, we continue to incorporate various acquisition sources for obtaining heroes. So basically, they want to make sure that we can obtain heroes in different ways versus just having the Raid Up banner. Because honestly, I will say I'm not necessarily sure like how many Raid Up summons they're going to be giving us. Like, I mean, I feel okay with the number of regular summons I get. As long as you're doing like arena at a decent rate, you should get a decent amount of summons over time. And I know you've seen me drop a couple of videos for summon sessions, so it's okay. I mean, and then of course, as long as your wish list is being not ignored by RNG gods, it's okay. But the Raid Up summons, that's a whole other thing because you got to kind of like manage your rubies at that point in time. And it takes 10,000 if you're doing a times 10 pool. So sorry, if it takes 1,000 per time 10 pool, but it'll take 10,000 per 100, you know, to get to those breakpoints if you want to get the banner character. If you get lucky at the 50-50 on the 100, then yeah, sure, you only spent 10,000, but otherwise you need to save up 20k to guarantee a person on Raid Up banners. So next we have the new area, so new adventure area 20. Earthgate will be added, including both normal and nightmare difficulties here. Here are some of the images. And then I don't know what it's gonna in detail, but honestly, I'm not really too worried about it. I'm still on 9 and then on 8 on my free to play, and I'm not really pushing like super fast. I could be pushing faster. It's just I took time to pause, take a look at my gear, and then once I have my gear set, I think it'll make it a little bit easier just to kind of coast my way through some more of the material. And then I got the new content with the Advert Expedition. I am looking forward to this, and that's only because I really do like PvE content, especially when it's like PvE but kind of PvP, like basically like, you know, like a guild versus guild type thing. So the newly introduced content, Advert Expedition, is a cooperative content that at the guild level where you proceed with your guild members to defeat the god of destruction and the illusions of the four lords of the old that he summoned. So essentially we're going to be taking down all these people with our guildies. I mean, that's nice. You know, you have a way for everybody to cooperate with their guildies and, you know, have fun. It's a nice little video here. Like I said, I'll put the link down in the description if you want to see that. But hey, so far so good. But I will say there is a note down here that I am going to talk about, both the gear and basically the mode itself, like when it's going to come. So heroes and main rewards includes 4 lords of the old heroes and 4 lords of the old equipment. So you can both get both the heroes and the equipment. It's just more ways of us obtaining heroes, more ways of us obtaining gear as well. So that's going to be something. So that's what they're talking about down here. We believe the 4 lords of the old equipment will ease the burden of equipment farming and expand equipment acquisition source that was solely centered around raids. So that is something, because like it's so early right now for, I want to say, the global release. I'm assuming that's what this is. So it's so early for the global release, or North America most likely, that it's a little bit weird obtaining gear, like until you figure out like how your progression is in terms of going from one raid to the next, and then obviously obtaining the right heroes. If you watch one of my previous videos, I was even talking about like, hey, I don't have Black Rose, so and I also don't have Daisy, so I can't really do this raid effectively at a high level. So I mean, I probably could just nuke it at a low level and still farm the gear, which is perfectly fine to kind of get you started off. But if you're planning on doing something at a higher level, you need the right characters to use the right abilities to do the mechanics of the boss. So yeah, it's a little bit early in terms of the gear farm to really kind of, you know, see how things are going to go, especially if it's just going to be centered around raids. Then you're kind of stuck either doing what I did, was, you know, putting Black Rose on my wish list and just hoping for the best. So hopefully things like this, modes like this where you have different gear drops and chances and you're doing it with your guildies, it'll make it a little bit easier hopefully. And, you know, might get lucky, get some nice gear, and then bam, you don't have to worry about anything. But the only thing I will say for now, because this mode is not going to come for a minute, is, let me see if I could find the note for everyone. Yeah. Da-da-da. Yeah. Oh, here it is. So, however, we have considered the difficulty of the Advent Expedition. Content may feel challenging for our global players, so it is global release. To ensure more of you have sufficient time to prepare and can fully enjoy the content, we have decided to adjust the release date to November 3rd. So that's when this is going to come. November 3rd. November 3rd will be when the new content for Advent Expedition comes out. So the only thing I'm saying is like, if you're gonna do something like this, a really big mo, and then at the end you're gonna get some really nice gear, I hope that it's not like a problem with farming substats. I think if you're gonna do something like this, then the substat should be a fixed substat thing, where it's like god tier drops specifically for like certain units. Like, so if you get this substat set, you can use it on this character. You get this substat set, you can use it on that character. But it has to be like, if there's a grouping of characters, say like if there's like 5 or 6 characters you would really want to use this gear on, then again, there should be substat drops for those characters versus like something that's completely just and totally horrible and you can't use it. I mean, even if it had a really good main stat, it's like, well, we just went through all of this to get this nice golden gear, and then it's like, maybe next time I'll get some good substats. Like, the only difference with the raid is like eventually once you do get to 15, I mean, you know, you can farm a lot. You know, you have a lot of substat drops and like, you know, that's just kind of how it is. But for this, it seems like it's going to be something where you have to go through it with your guildies, you know, fight these guys here as you see them in the pictures here. And if it's going to take a little bit of time to go through and then a time to reset, then it feels bad if you get gear from that type of event and then the substats are just bad. So I'm hoping they thought about that part of it. I mean, it's like I said, it's different. With raid, I can just go back in, crap, then get what I want, go back in immediately. But if it's like something I go through once per week, I don't know. I don't know how I would feel about that. I don't know. We haven't got it yet, so I'm just gonna wait. And then balance and adjustments. So we have Bidam, Velica, Succubus, Queen Sarah will undergo balance adjustments. So this character, which is Velica, we also have Bidam here, and then we also have Succubus Sarah, or just Sarah. They're gonna go through some balance changes, so we'll take a look at their kits after. Like I said, I want you guys to come in here and be able to read the notes for yourself, but we'll take a on-screen look at the characters after they've been updated, and that's pretty much about it. They said they have Castle Rush reward enhancement, so while proceeding with the Castle Rush reward improvement through the update, enhancements have been made to simultaneously improve motivations, goals, and sense of achievement for participating in Castle Rush. So for me, Castle Rush hasn't been like obviously something I focus on, because mainly I'm focusing on my gear, which focuses on the progression of my, you know, my teams. And then at some point in time, I will look at Castle Rush and say, hey, okay, so what teams do I have for Castle Rush? What teams can I really build for Castle Rush? Because once I have gear for multiple teams for the raids, then that means I've probably worked on at least about a good 20 characters at that point in time. You know, I've taken my time. I've looked at at least their main stat of their gear. I've pushed the raids a little bit, you know, gotten decent gear, maybe 6-star gear at some point in time, and then come back to the raids and say, hey, I've gotten 6-star gear on maybe at least 2 teams at that point in time. Which people, like, or which Castle Rush am I closest to having a decently built team for? And that's kind of what I would do. Because, I mean, unless you're putting a lot of money into the game, it's gonna be decently not, I don't want to say hard, because I want someone to come out with a counter video and be like, oh, it's not that hard. Like, it's just like, it depends on what your focus is on. So if you just happen to build, say, 4 out of 5 people that's meant for one Castle Rush, that's all I'm saying. Like, just go and focus on that Castle Rush, and then eventually go to another one where you can now reliably get whatever score, and then reliably get whatever score. So that's how I would do it free to play, and that's how I would do it, like, you know, low spender budget to play. So, but these rewards are still going to be based off your personal kind of, I want to say, your personal contribution, your personal performance in Castle Rush. So just keep that in mind. You know, even the guild rewards, just keep that in mind. You know, if you're not in a whale guild, I mean, it's probably going to be a minute until you see something like super amazing, you know. And then we have new Castle Rush exclusive currency. So they're going to have a Castle Rush store that opens up over here. So, I mean, hopefully we're able to get a decent amount and then just, you know, kind of go from there. I'm hoping we can get some more regular summons, or maybe get some more what I want to say, premium summons. Maybe it's like a monthly purchase. That way it doesn't seem like we're trying to squeeze them for everything we got, but something for the premium banner. Cause I don't think I feel too bad about the regular banner. Summons aren't super, super, super hard to come from. You can use your gems every once in a while. You'll still be kind of fine. So that's that. And then we have accessory and new hero crafting. So to expand the supply right for accessories and increase the flexibility of growth system, the upcoming update adds a crafting feature for rare and legendary grade accessories. This is okay. I have been even looking into accessories and stuff myself, but what I have found is like gold and upgrading is going to kind of be the problem. So hopefully they figure that part out too, because even right now when you start to upgrade gear, like I know the next breakpoint for me is going to be as soon as I start farming the 6-star gear. Leveling that up to 15 is gonna be a stretch. It's gonna be a stretch in terms of the cash, the monies. So hopefully they thought about that. So I mean, the feature is designed to rank up accessories from 4 to 5 and 5 to 6 with crafting methods divided. Okay, so I mean, maybe if we're upgrading, then say I'm reading this along with you guys. This is the one part I think I didn't read because I was like, I don't know, the money. So maybe. I don't know, but if it works like I don't know, because if it works like basically you're at 4-star, I'm assuming, I want to think that 4-star stops at 9 and 5-star stops at 12. So if I'm wrong, sorry, I'm not looking at it right now. But if it does, then maybe you just have to go from like +9 to +12 and then +12 to +15. Maybe that's how they mitigate the costs. But if your substats still aren't good, I mean, then you're just kind of like, you still got to go farm another 6-star piece or craft one. So I don't know. I still think there should be some type of mitigation, but we'll see. We'll see what that crafting thing holds. For now, it's just kind of like, let's wait and see type of thing versus criticizing it. Even if it's constructive criticism, it's no point in criticizing something if you haven't seen the system, you haven't experienced the system. So there we go. Then it says, additionally, we will introduce new hero crafting options for various legendary heroes, including Klahan and Miho. So with the newly added accessory crafting and new legendary hero crafting, we hope to increase the satisfaction of both upgrade equipment and hero collection. We continue to make, so definitely with the crafting of the heroes, I want to see what that's going to be like, especially for pet crafting, because a lot of people aren't really, I mean, if you're free to play, you're not really spending a lot of time. I mean, you might put some eggs in, leave them and hatch them, put more in, leave them, hatch them, so forth and so on. But you don't spend a lot of time really dealing with pets. So maybe this will help on both ends. So, and then this one, oh my God, this battle statistics. This is what I wanted to see. So I have so many different things. Like, I like editing videos. I don't know if you've seen a couple of my videos, I put like, little funny memes in there. I like to have fun, try to have fun with certain things. So who knows, there might be a little montage or something I can do with just like damage numbers, as I get people better and just like, look at this, just fun videos to put out. But I was looking and I was like, man, I was wondering how much damage my Pascal did last battle. Cause like he completely like nuked one of the bosses, like all the way from like 100% to like nearly 20%. And I was like, how much damage did he, I want to see the numbers. I'm gonna wait till they kill him and get rid of this 20%. And I'm going to see what happened. And there was no battle statistics. So this is definitely going to be good for me. Because also, even for healing, damage taken, seeing how much your tank is mitigating, things like that. This is going to be great. I mean, make sure my healers doing their job, my damage dealers are doing their job, my tanks are doing their job, so forth and so on. And then also, if someone's not doing the right damage, it doesn't just mean that they're not doing their job. It also could mean I'm not doing my rotation right. So maybe I didn't set my skills on auto right, or I'm not doing it manually right. So it tells me something is going right or something's going wrong, whether it's with me or whether it's with my characters, gear, whatever. So really good that they're going to add the battle statistics. And then it says equipment improvement. So like enhance all feature. I didn't know necessarily how to feel about this one. I only say that because, again, the gold problem. So I mean, if you have enough gold to just enhance all like multiple pieces, I mean, cool. I mean, I'm not saying I don't have the gold right now. I think I've been farming, so I got a decent amount of gold saved up, an okay amount of gold saved up. But I rather be patient and look at the main stat and say, cool, this gear looks good. Let me, enhance it and see what's gonna happen, versus enhance all, and then I get like two really good pieces that basically are pretty much about the same, and like you can only use one piece on, a character. So it's like, if I'm farming gear for a specific character, even for two specific characters, but maybe they use different stats, then like I just rather focus on one at a time, so that way I can just be efficient in how I use my gold. But if this does help anyone else that's just like, I'd rather just enhance like 7 of them at a time and then be like, good, or bad, good. Sorry, did it the other way around. But yeah, all these are bad, and oh man, there goes my one good one. So, to each their own. It's a preference of you rather have a system and a lot of people choose to not use it than to not have a system and a lot of people really, really ask for it. So that's the way I see it. And then we also have equipment presets, so that's definitely going to help for moving equipment. If you are moving equipment around, equipment preset allows you to save up to 15 sets of equipment for each physical magic type, totaling 30 equipment sets. You can access the save equipment at any time across all game content, so that's definitely going to help. And then guild related improvements. Previously it was difficult to know what kind of guild you were looking at, so they just want to make sure you know what kind of guild you're looking at when you're searching for guilds. And then also being able to rejoin a guild also. So hey, if you just want to rejoin a guild, I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, you have the required 24 hours before joining another guild. It was, they say very inconvenient. So now you'll be able to see your remaining time, before you can join another guild. I say that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, QOL. And I'm not really sure about Makir's Lab. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure if this is like a feature coming or whatever. So it says in Makir's Lab, when using materials, a filter feature will be added to exclude heroes that have been completed, Transcendence, heroes that are equipped with equipment, or heroes that are undergoing enhancement from the list for convenience, and to prevent accidental selection. So I'm happy they have this, and I'm happy I'm not using it currently, so that way I didn't have any mistakes. So I'll take a look at that whenever I get a chance to. Right now, obviously, since I didn't even know about it, which means maybe I'm not there yet. So, and then now they have the hero list where it's not just vertical. Now it's going to be, not just horizontal. It's going to be a big vertical list that we can just scroll through and find who we're looking for. Because I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of inconvenient to scroll sideways all the time. And then improve entry requirements for each content. Unnecessary requirements for all in-game content will be streamlined. For example, previously you couldn't enter the content like the arena or Castle Rush if your inventory was full, but now you will be able to enter without such inconvenience. So yeah, I had that happen. I think earlier today I was actually farming, and then it was like, your equipment thing is full. I was like, huh, okay, didn't know that was going on. Okay. I mean, I fixed it, but yeah, it was kind of weird. So cool. And then now we got new costumes. So I mean, don't need to read all that. Say new costumes. So this is Rudy, his new costume. We also have Lena. Okay, I do have Lena. I might be grabbing that costume. I might have to farm some rubies. That's nice. That's a nice costume. Karma. Then we have Dylan's. Okay. Orally or O'Reilly. Then we have Playton. Now I hope I'm pronouncing that name right, because it looks like Playton to me. And then we have Nox, which I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty cool Nox skin. So there we go. And then now we also have the full moon event. Now I went through this and I was like, I like when games give us something to like farm on the side, or something that's just basically like an incidental of me already doing what I'm doing. So as an example, if I'm gonna say like, clean my kitchen. I mean, obviously I need to clean my kitchen, I gotta have a clean house. I guess I'm trying to make an example. So if I'm already gonna clean it because, I want to have a clean house, I'm a clean individual, but then every time I clean my kitchen, I happen to find like $1 here or $1 there. It's like, man, that's convenient. I was already gonna do it. So sure, I'm not going to be mad at extra money. It's pretty much about the same thing. We're already going to be Ruby farming. So it says during the full moon event, a check-in event will be prepared where you can obtain a legendary egg. So it's going to be on the last day, just to let you know. The legendary egg is going to be on the last day, and we'll see it here in a second. Additionally, we prepared an event where a special box drops an adventure. So there you go. From the box, you can acquire gold keys and various tickets. Furthermore, based on the cumulative number of times you open the box, you can earn additional achievement, mission, event rewards. So, I mean, we're just already going to be farming. We're already going to be leveling. We're already going to be doing things anyway, just based on us, playing the game. And this is just an incidental, hey, here's an extra thing that might happen. It's not bad. But see, here you go. We got full moon special missions, the check-in, and then also the legendary egg I was talking about is like on the last day. Right there. So there you go. Alrighty, I am speeding along here. Like I said, I just don't want it to be drawn out. The detailed composition and method of the rewards will be announced through a detailed notice in the future, so please look forward to it. So just make sure you check your notices. And then they have another arena thing that's going to be coming out, like Elite Arena, basically like a server versus server. You can basically challenge other people from other servers in PvP. And let's be real, I'm not going to be willing in this game. I have no problem with it. I've been playing gacha games for a long time, so being top in arena, not my thing. I will say, still make sure you do your arena. Still make sure you farm some of your arena currency so you can buy things from time to time, but this is probably mainly for the whales, which is fine. If they don't have anything to look forward to, if they don't have an extra challenge to overcome, maybe they won't spend money on the game, and they are basically helping the game. They're giving currency to the game, they like the game, and then the game uses the currency to improve things for us. So hey, it's a win. It's a win-win. The whales get something to do, we get better content, more content in the future, the game's profitable. So hey, no problems for me. You're not gonna have any arguments for me in that arena. No pun intended. But anywho, there we go. It's a concept, and then they said they'll talk about it. And then last but not least, as you can see, we have a coupon code, and 20 summons. Yeah, that's how we're ending this off. So make sure you get your 20 summons, save them up, use them right away. Hey, it's all up to you guys. I'll make sure I have that this code actually pinned down below, so everybody can have it, everybody can share it. Copy paste. And then if you're unsure, if you like play on your iPhone or something like that, I'll try to make sure I put like some type of redemption code, because I'm not sure if it's the same on Android. I do have an iPhone, and I do play my second account on my iPhone, and then I play my main account on my PC. And when I tried to redeem the code, what happened is there was no redeem code button like in the account section on my iPhone. So you have to click on this link right here. Well, sorry, not this link. Sorry, second link right here. Enter redeem code page. And then you basically need to actually put in your ID, and it is a long one. So I recommend, if you are on your phone right now, I'm going to make sure I copy and paste this link down in the description down below. Just make sure you click on that link, go into your game, copy your actual user ID, because again, it's a very long one. And then just put in this. It's just happy full moon in all caps. So you can remember that and type that very fast, but that ID is super long. So I'm going to put this link down below so you can click on it and just redeem stuff really, really fast on your phone. I'm not sure if the same problem's on Android, but if it is, you're free to use the same link. That'll be down below in the description. But that is the dev notes. That's everything. That is everything. So we're going to go back to the top here, give you guys time to, just check everything out in the description down below while I keep kind of chattering on. But it was a lot. It's a lot of material. It's a lot of stuff. I find that they are very passionate about the game so far, so I'm just gonna keep giving it time. Keep giving it time, put in the work, passively, of course. I mean, most of it's like background stuff, so that's really good for me. And just keep having fun. But I hope you guys liked the overview of this 10.2 update. We will talk more about it. We will delve more into it as we actually get to experience here in a couple or a few days. And that's about it. But I hope you guys remember, stay happy always. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.